to 15 minutes. We also going to talk about it on the 6-hour and 12-hour time frame. We're also going to basically discuss the top formation we could be anticipating within the next few days, few weeks, because it seems like a 10K. Basically 98 to 10-1 area could be the top, at least for the short term. All right, so we're also going to talk about the macro scale and why we could be anticipating a brutal crash for BTC. So if you basically bullish, you could be anticipating some sort of a high volatility within the next few weeks and so on. But if you are basically like to accumulate for the long term, it really doesn't matter to you whether BTC drop down to like 4K, 5K, or even down to 1K area. It really doesn't matter. You're still going to be buying the dip, right? But if you're a day trader, it really matters, right? Because you do not want to basically be day trading and then see like a BTC drop 30, 40, 50%, just like we did like March 12 and March 13th a couple of months ago. So let's dive into the analysis. That's the hourly time frame. So if you've been following our channel, you know what we got basically a strategy called the Zeus method, right? Zeus method is you don't get it most of the time, but sometimes when you get it, it is very, very profitable. It is basically using your 100 EMA and your 21 EMA after a basically dip. Okay, so let's dive into the analysis. So as you can see, the red line, it is basically your 100 EMA, right? Let's do this. So basically your red line, it is your 100 EMA. So what do we call it for? We call this move the Zeus method. Whenever you get a nice dip, right, and your moving averages, most of the time, of course, they're going to be lagging behind. As you can see, like this drop is almost pretty brutal, right? If you've been longing and then you see like a basic drop like almost 9%, that's a lot. So what you need to do next, right? You basically wait for price to go back up to your 100 EMA to look for another short, right? You got a nice reversal body candle right there. So you just have to be very patient, because like you can see, like we got the dip on the 21st, and but we got the rejection on the 24th. So you just have to wait almost 3 days for basically the price to jump back to the 100 EMA. I gave my guys warning after this dip. I told them like we're going to be shorting just by this area of the 100 EMA. So we actually took a short much earlier, before even like we retest the 100 EMA on the 1 hour time frame. We took it out just by like 92 to 93 range. Okay, you can see like price came back to the 100 EMA and basically protected our basically entry just about 9300 range. And one of the reasons we also basically took a short right there, if you take a look at this reversal, this was we understood like this was the bottom, just about like 8800 range, and we got a nice reversal. This is the first pump to the upside. After the reversal was basically resistance. So if you do a swing high to swing low, right, you can see like a 1.27 to 1.41 was like just about 92, right, to basically 93 range. So we basically anticipated a move from like a 9250 range to like a 9300 range, and took the short all the way took the short from like a 93 range, right? So basically, the lower degree is basically calling for lower numbers, and basically from 93 we dipped down to 0.618. As you can see, the bulls, they love bulls, and moon boys, they love 0.618. So it is something that you just have to remember. Right, so you can see like we dipped down to 0.618, and I was like, guys, we're most likely not going to be breaking easily 0.618. We didn't quite hit it. Let's see, we did hit it 9K exactly, almost 9K, right? The low of this candle was like 9001 on Coinbase, right? So you can see like the bulls decided to basically utilize 0.618 as a support, and basically trying to pump to the upside. So let's see if the bulls going to be able to break this level, right? So as we did like previously, we look for 1.41 to 1.27 for resistance, right? Like I just showed you, 1.27 to 1.41 as a resistance. So if like you're looking for support, if 1.27 to 1.41 was your resistance. We could also look for 1.27 to 1.41 at the bottom. And if you pay clear attention, right, you can see like 1.27 to 1.41. It is exactly just about like 8650 to 8600 range. Okay, depending on how you draw it and which exchange you're using. But it really doesn't matter. It is going to be roughly around like a 87 to 8500 level. 1.618 going to be very severe. It is going to be 85. Okay, 85, right? I don't most of the time like to use 1.618 because it is very overextended most of the time, but sometimes it is a good support. A very good example is like this move right there, this one. I can't. Let's take a look at on the lower degree. We had a nice support at 1.618 earlier, just about this area. No, 1.27 exactly. So this move we had like a couple of days ago from like a 95, because we were shorting like from a 98 level. Okay, so after we dipped down, we pumped back up to 95 level, 96. You can see like a 1.27 was also a very good support right before you know, we capitulated all the way down. So now let's take a look at the 12-hour and basically take a look at the 6-hour time frame. All right, what's up, Peter? We're gonna talk about art. All right. So art today, I don't wanna mess up the live stream, but we're gonna talk about art, right? So as you can see, let's talk about the 6-hour time frame, and we're gonna utilize what our basically MACD and RSI. All right. So that's what we've been doing over the last few days, MACD, RSI, and we understood like what was going on, and we said exactly RSI, first thing first, right? Let's dive into the RSI. We said first thing first, 12-hour, right, was actually what, bearish, right? So we understood like this move was bearish, and we said exactly, guys, what we said. We said we needed this move to at least give us some sort of double bottom and try to pump back above this red line until we basically jump above this red line cleanly for like you know, 24 to 48 hours. We most likely not going to see like a reversal pattern. And another setup I also showed you guys, 12-hour time frame, whenever it is basically broke this level of 30, really just about 30, it usually make a basically a new low. Okay, so we just have to keep that in mind. We do not want to break this level, otherwise the brutality of the capitulation going to be very, very, very bad. Okay, so we do not want to break basically a low 30 on the RSI, you know, on the 12-hour time frame. So you take a look at it on the MACD. We basically also talked about a couple of days ago when we said MACD needed to give us a better separation. Volatility was too low for BTC. You can see like this range, volatility was too low. So we said we're going to be getting a basically breakout on the MACD, and RSI was relatively bearish. So we said like MACD going to follow the RSI. Now it is just dropping down. So we don't have any sort of basically bullish momentum as of now. When your MACD is just facing down, no sort of like a curvature, no sort of basically reversal pattern on the 12-hour, right? At least for the short term. Now let's take a look at it in terms of price action. In terms of price action, we did not use basically the 21 EMA on the MACD. I mean on the, you know, on price action, we were using the 6-hour, but you can see like we broke the 21 EMA on the 12-hour time frame. That's actually very, very bearish, guys. So what are we looking for? If you break your 21 EMA, if you're very bearish, you could just be looking for support at 100 EMA, which is basically what we just talked about on the lower degree, which is basically just about 8500 range. Okay, so it doesn't matter how you look at it, 85 is basically showing up whenever, you know, we switch like from different strategy, from Fibonacci to basically you know, moving averages. 8500 is basically showing up, right? So let's keep an eye on 85 to you know, 8600 range. It all depends, you know, what type of a trader you are. It really doesn't matter. 85, 86, 87. It all depends on your entry. If somebody might be taking profit at 87, you know, you're taking profit at 85. Is, I mean, it is what it is. But it is up to you to basically manage your position, right? So let's take a look at 6-hour time frame. It is incredible. The 6-hour time frame. That's what I gave you guys last time, right? I said, if we basically close below the 6-hour 21 EMA, guys, we're going to be dropping where? to our 6 hour 100 EMA, and you can see we cannot close below the 6 hour 100 EMA. So we just have to pay attention to the bulls, right? Even though we don't have no sign of reversal as of now, this red line on the 6 hour time frame, we have to break it, okay, which is basically 0.618 on the lower degree. This that's what I was showing you on the lower degree on the 15 minutes and hourly time frame, right? That's a 6.618. It is a confluence of your basically 100 EMA on your 6 hour. You guys know I only use basically most of the time, 9 out of 10 only use basically 200 EMA and basically 100 EMA in all time frame. Okay, they work perfectly. All right, so you can see we got to be able to break it. As soon as we break it, guys, you can just switch to a higher time frame, right, and look for your support, right? So you know it is what it is, but we're looking for this you know mid 8K level, okay, mid 8K level basically, at least for the short term. So the 6 hour MACD, as you know guys, most of the time when the 6 hour MACD give us a crossover, what do we get? We get 600 points to basically 400 points on average, okay, not all the time. But right now we almost got a 6 hour crossover last night, but we basically the bears, you know, managed to deviate from the crossover, and now we finna face a further downtrend. This downtrend is very bad because it's gonna create like a it is going to create like a more bearish momentum, and it's, you know, MACD gonna have to basically double bottom within this range and give us a sort of divergence. So it means if we're gonna get a divergence, it means we have to make a new low. You see what I'm saying? So 85, if we're gonna either we're gonna double bottom, right, or we're gonna make a new low. So even 8500, even if you like a very bullish at 8500, you just have to be very cautious, because if you just analyze your 6 hour time frame, your 6 hour is telling you guys we could be making a divergence. All right, I'm not even talking about in Elliott wave perspective, right, because that's a flat correction we talked about a long time ago. We're going to talk about it next, right, in terms of triangle and basically Elliott wave perspective, right? So but this level of 85 could be temporary based on the 6 hour time frame, right? Could be temporary support on the 6 hour, you know, on the 12 hour 100 EMA. It could be very temporary, and we could dip all the way down to 85. But I would just be cautious within this range. If you're looking for a long at 85, wait for confirmation, because 6 hour time frame is telling you guys you know, I can make a double bottom on my, you know, MACD, and if that's the case, it's gonna be looking very bullish for the moon boys, right? So we gotta be able to break 8K. all right, so let me take a look at the chat room very quickly. Somebody calling for 5K, not 5K so far. All right, so we just have to take care of the 8K level first of all, right? So Leo Vincent say Vincent Briatore say that we're not gonna break a 6K again. Never gonna break 6K. I heard that before. Okay, at 10.5 last year, not last year, a couple of months ago, all the moon boys were calling for 16K, and I was showing you guys on the macro scale we're not gonna break 10.5. okay, I was like, if you want to long it at 95, right? Because, you know, if you try to long it above 10.5 or 10K, you're gonna get doomed, okay? Because in terms of Elliott wave, that's why it is so important to understand Elliott wave. You know, it gives you an opportunity to be wrong sometimes, right? Because it gives you like both bullish and bearish setup, and it is up to you to understand the market structure and, you know, make sure to choose the right setup. But I'm going to show you once again why it is so dangerous basically to be calling for those crazy numbers, you know, 100K 200K BTC, right? You're welcome, K4W. Hey, what's up, funks? So level by level, we're just going to focus on the 8K. We know if we break the 8K, we're most likely going to get doomed. So that's a done deal. I'm not worried about like a below 8K. Basically, you know, I just want to be moderate, not to be too bearish above a 8K level. Okay, 9K to 8K, it is a step-by-step analysis, right? So now what are we looking for? We're going to talk about the triangle formation we could be getting. All right, so we're done with our basically indicators. So in terms of like a triangle formation, right, let's take a look at the daily. So we talk about this move, right? As you can see, 21 EMA, first thing first, right? We basically about to close about below the 21 EMA. This alone is actually very bearish. Okay, very once again bearish. So what are we looking for? We're looking for this triangle formation. We talked about the first triangle formation. I showed you in a very detailed analysis right before the breakout, and I was like, guys, we got this triangle formation. That's a top formation. If we break it to the downside, the most probable setup you're looking for, if you just want to be, you don't want to do anything, you just want to take a look at the triangle and look for basically entry, do a swing high, right? Not swing high, but swing low, right? To swing high. All right. So if you do that, okay, what do you look for? I just showed you at the beginning of the live stream. You're going to look for 1.27 to 1.41. But like I say, this level of 75 to 78 range, it is going to be, it is too early to talk about it, but it is a probable brutal crash. If we basically break 8K, we could be crashing all the way down to 75 to in one go, guys. In one go, we can just crash and most likely gonna find support in this level, okay? But another way of looking at it, guys, is like you got this triangle. We're not sure if this triangle could be like this. That's a big question right now, okay? I'm not sure if we're gonna get a triangle like this. The only reason I'm extending this triangle is like to find a better support, right? As you can see, like we can still get this move right down, can't even break it, okay? As long as we do not close overextendedly below it, it is okay. We can still call it like a triangle like this, because we can still change this move like this, right? Change it. All right, so we can make this move and go back up, okay? Retest like a 95 to 9600 range and probably even get a probable fake out before capitulating down. So it is something I just have to be very cautious. That's why I just don't want to basically be too bearish. As long as we basically do not break 8K level, we could be making a triangle formation, a bigger triangle formation, and basically go back just about 96 to 98 level. Also, guys, I showed you like in my basically previous update on the macro scale, right? On the macro scale, I showed you something most people were calling for. If you guys remember back in February, right? January. All right, let's see. Okay, you guys remember when I was calling for this? I'm gonna replay it, right? So you guys can remember, right? When I was calling for this to be a flat correction, 1, 2, 3. Too much colors, 1, 2, 3, right? You can see, like, I was like, okay guys, what are we gonna do next? This is a basic Elliott wave analysis, and we're gonna be doomed, okay? We're gonna drop all the way down to basically 4200 to 5500, right? That's what we did exactly, right? And I showed you once we drop all the way down to that level, I was like, guys, you gotta be careful, right? Once again, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful, because if we drop down to this level and we pump back up, right, the moon boys, they love head and shoulders, okay? So as soon as we break 8K, guys, they're gonna be like, oh, that's a a head and shoulder. We're gonna be making another U-turn, 1-to-1 extension. We're gonna go to the moon, okay? This move, I showed you guys this move like 2 months, like almost like after we drop all the way down to this level and going back up to 10.5. I showed you this move. So be cautious. It's gonna be very volatile, okay? It's gonna be very volatile. If we break 8K, do not wait for like some head and shoulder, Adam and Eve, and all those good stuff. I'm just giving you a heads up. It's going to be very brutal. You could be looking for a possible like a falling wedge within this range, right? Because we got one possible falling wedge, right? So, and then they're going to call it what? Head and shoulder formation. You know, moon boys, they love head and shoulder formation, right? Inverse head and shoulder, you know what I mean, right? Head and shoulder is head and shoulder, inverse or not inverse. So you can see like inverse head and shoulder. That's the setup they're gonna try to basically make you buy. Do not buy this inverse head and shoulder. If we break 8K, just be a doom boy. Look for 3 to 4, 3 to 4K area. Yes, if BTC drop to 2K, all you need to get 10 BTC is 20K. That's right. So, but let's see. Okay, Moonboy is gonna be buying at 10K. So, we will see if Doomboy is gonna be buying at 2K area. So, guys, I just showed you the bearish setup. Okay, now I'm gonna show you something very important. All right. As I'm speaking, BTC is dropping, right? So just about 90.31, right? So I'm gonna show you something very important, right? I showed you this chart before, guys. As you can see, this chart to your right, it is basically what? It is basically the British pound, right? So the British pound, all right, I showed you this move we got on the British pound. That's the same exact move BTC is making in this area. Okay, so as you can see, we basically made a move to the downside, right? What we did next, just about like roughly around October through December, right? February, we made another three-way move. That's the move I was showing you guys a couple of months ago. We're going to be capitulating down to 40 to 100 range. We drop all the way down to what? To basically 38, right? So we got this move in blue, right? Got this move in blue. So what we got next? Okay, a couple of weeks ago, or like a month ago, I showed you BTC can still go all the way up, right, to 10k to 10.5. I showed you even when BTC was like 68, even though I was bearish, all right, I showed you in terms of Elliott wave, we got a bullish pattern that can go all the way up to 10.5, all right. But if we go to that level, don't be too bullish. You got to be bullish at 6 to 7k. Once we go to 10.5 to 10k area, you got to dump it, all right, and look for lower numbers. So you can see like we got this pump to the upside, right? We got this pump to the upside. That's the pump we got on the British pound up to like just about like 1.34 range. So after that, we got this capitulation. You can see like this red capitulation, bang. Okay, so that's the move we're waiting for, BTC guys. Okay, remember, market doesn't move randomly. Okay, so that's the move we're looking for, BTC. And if we're going to be looking for this move, it has to break the previous low of 3.5, and it could break it all the way down to like a 2k to 3k area and make a new low. So it is something like you just gotta keep in mind. As you can see on the pound, we basically found support. If BTC we want to do the same thing, we could be looking for we did not break 3k. That's a big part on this area. So we could be looking for a possible horizontal line just by this area. It doesn't mean we cannot break it, but just to use it as a support, we could be looking for like a 3 to 2k area within the next few weeks. I'm not saying we're gonna make it like through this summer we're gonna drop down to 2k. It could like be even like by December, all right? So but I'm just saying the directional move is pretty clear. Okay, the directional move is not upward. The directional move is basically brutal. It's basically a heavy capitulation. It is basically a big sell-off. It is basically a big dump coming in within the next few weeks, few months. So be ready for it. Be mentally ready. Like we said it when BTC was at just about this area of basically 14k last year. This one, that's 20k. I was looking for 100k BTC, but 14k last year. If you go watch any of my analysis back in like June 2019, July 2019, I was like, guys, be mentally ready, because it could be a severe bear market. We could be dropping all the way down to 2k, guys. And when I was saying it, most people did not pay attention. They were like, oh, 16k, 20k, blah blah blah. I'm saying it again, right? Not saying we will do it at 100%. We're going to be dropping down to 3k, but we got a very good probability, guys. We got a very good chance, up to 70% chance we could be dropping down to 3k to 4k. So if you're bullish, great. If you're bearish, I'll see you at 2 to 3k, guys. So I showed you guys basically all the analysis. Hey, what's up, J Mart? What's up, CS Funks? Thanks a lot for tuning in. So if you're new to our content, guys, make sure to hit the likes, make sure to subscribe to our channel, make sure to join our basically public Telegram group. We got some great traders, guys, in our basically public Telegram group. We got like even some people who got their own YouTube channel, so and their own basically a public channel and stuff like their public group. So make sure to join our public Telegram group. I love to see, guys, your setups. Sometimes your setups gave me, guys, a great insight. Most of you guys are not basically doom boys. Some of you guys in there still looking for 100k BTC, which is make it very fun and very entertaining, very interactive. If all of us looking for lower numbers, I might not be getting good insight, but some of you guys looking for higher numbers, it gives me basically a better insight to basically how to counter trade you guys, right? Or you guys counter trading me and so on, right? So let's go back to the single screen. So thanks a lot, Just Tenson. Hey, what's up, Spencer? Spencer, you've been a doom boy since last year. I know you, right? So so let's dive into the lower degree once again. It seems like we got 900, so we almost like current price is almost like 9004. So let's dive into the lower degree once again. So 9004, that's not good at all. As we just said, doom boys love what moon boys love like a 0.618. Now we just breaking 0.618, what we said, guys, because my group, we've been showing it since 93. So we basically officially broke the 0.618, but nah, let's see, we officially broke a 0.618, but now we jumping above it. So volume is incredibly high, right, on the low, that's coin base. So no sign of basically buying pressure so far. I wouldn't be looking for a long in this area. I would just stay in my short from like 93. That's 300 points, right? So that's not bad, right? 92.45 to 9300, right? That's not bad. So you could be looking for 0.786. That's the next level, which is like 8900. But I don't think 8900 gonna hold too good, right? So at least for the short term, let's see if 8900 gonna be able to hold, which is like 0.786, at least for the short term. And at least, again, it is 50% of this bullish engulfing candle we got like a couple days ago. This bullish engulfing candle, 50% of it going to be just about like 89, right? So let's see if the bulls gonna have some gut to basically buy below 0.618, because like I said, most moon boys, if we break 0.618, they're gonna be panicking. Oops, oh, we're breaking 0.618, blah blah blah, we're breaking 9k. So it could be brutal, guys. It could be very brutal, especially this long weekend, right? Let's see. So let's see if the the doom boys can drop it down to a 1.27 to 1.41, right? I just don't have time to show you guys the liquidity pool. It's gonna make the live stream too long, but the liquidity pool, we got like almost a big pool at 8k, 81 to 8200 range. So just don't have time to show you guys, right? Thanks a lot, crypto beginner. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's that hard to get to 20k. I think 20k is the easiest target for BTC to hit. If the world, okay, wanted BTC to hit 20k, we already done so. But I don't think they want BTC to hit 20k. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you're a moon boy, you gotta be able to play with the market. Do not basically go by what all the moon boys gonna be calling for, like a 20k BTC, or we're never gonna see 10k, or I'm gonna sell my house to buy BTC. Come on, guys, do not fall for this nonsense. I'm telling you, I've been telling you since last year. Yes, on the lower degree, guys, I'm gonna miss some targets, like 95 to 9k. I'm gonna miss those targets. Some of those targets I will, but on the macro scale, guys, I haven't missed any macro scale targets. Okay, you can go back and watch any of my analysis, because the lower degree is kind of very technical, and sometimes it is normal for you to miss some targets, like 500 point, 600 point targets. But I'm telling you, on a macro scale, when everybody was calling for 16k, only some crypto was calling for 4200. Okay, BTC at 10.5, I was calling for what, 4200, and we hit like what, 3800. So let's keep that in mind. Macro scale, I'm very confident on my macro scale analysis with a 90% chance we of not 90%, but I would say like 70 to 80% chance we most likely going to be breaking this low. Yes, I mean, BC gonna move up, guys. I don't have no problem. BC, like I said, if you're a moon boy, right, it is not a good time to buy. If you did not buy, I said it, if you go back and watch any of my analysis, I was saying like BC is calling for a scream buy, okay? When BC was like 6k to basically 8k, I was saying screaming buy. So you can go back and watch those videos, right? But it is not a good time right now to be buying until we break 10.5 and stay above it for at least 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and then you're gonna be like, oh, we're comfortable. about staying above 10.5, and we're going to be going to the moon and stuff like that, right? But as of now, let's see if the bull is going to be able to pull this off, and I think they won't be able to do so unless they bring up a very big volume, break 10.5 and jump above like 11.5 and stuff like that, and then we're going to be like, oops, that's it, now we're in the bull run. But as of now, it's not going to be easy to do it, right? We have 5.5 to 5 to 6.5 range. So let's take a look at the 2-day chart, guys. 2 days, Yep, on the 2-day chart, it created a better bearish setup. I don't know why, but I think I was looking at it on Binance or Bitstamp, because on the 2-day chart, I think on my previous analysis, I was showing you like this candle needed to print a better volume. Okay, so it did that on Coinbase. That's actually good, guys. As you can see, like the top formation, we're not seeing any buying pressure, even though this big engulfing candle on the 2-day chart, you can see that it was like a very small volume. Okay, very small volume, and you can see like the shooting star we got next to it with higher lows. Volume was making. You gotta be careful with this type of move. Sometimes you're gonna see market, right, after a very nasty drop, markets like to do this. Okay, market like to do this, right? Higher lows, right? But volume also gonna be making higher high. Okay, your volume gonna be high, making high, but you just gotta, it comes with experience. All right, sometimes these moves are pretty bearish. Okay, they're very bearish. That's why I was just shorting like a 98 to 10k, because I understand what was going on. Even though volume was increasing, price was increasing, the shooting star next to it is basically creating a better, creating a bearish momentum, and you just know like this move gonna be very important, right? And that's what we did in this area. But sometimes volume can be decreasing, okay, but when volume is increasing, that's when it becomes like very confusing for most people. All right, because they're gonna be like, oh, we're making high with a higher volume, so we're gonna be going up. But that's not the case. Okay, that's not the case. But it comes with experience, right? Let's rock and roll. Swiping. Hey, what's up, Aldo? Thanks a lot for tuning in. Ciao. So let me take a look at the question. Satoshi came back. I told you Satoshi came back a long time ago, guys. Hey guys, make sure to hit the likes. Make sure to basically subscribe to the channel to help the channel grow. You subscribing to the channel is just gonna give me a better chance to give you guys a better analysis and give you like a day-to-day analysis, right? It doesn't cost you anything. So let's see, guys. We basically in this range, 3-day chart, 3-day pretty bearish, guys. So it's not looking good at all. So that's the low 8,500 range. We just don't want to break this level, guys. So on the 3-day basis, we do not want to break this level. All right, so at the same time, on your 3-day basis, you got your 21 EMA, which is just about like 85. So 85 is very important. Okay, it is very important, guys. It is very important level to pay attention to. Hey, what's up, Muhammad? The 2-day move, can it take us to I don't know, I don't do time analysis. Sometimes you might be thinking like we can drop all the way down to like 85, 87. You're gonna be like, it's gonna take forever. But let's see, we got a big buying pressure with this wick on the 3-day basis, so we retesting it. So we just gotta eliminate this 88. If we do, of course, we got a 90% chance of retesting 85, right? So let's see. Let's see. This bullish engulfing candle was like was very confusing for most people, right? Because bullish engulfing candle, but I still shorted it right there, guys. 98 to 10k level. So that's what I told you. And it's been like almost 12 days, guys, since we basically retested this level of almost like a 99.50 range. Can BC go back to, hey, what's up, Gupta? Can BC go back to 95? On the lower degree, we got a possible bullish setup for that, right? We got a possible bullish setup for this move. because we can make a we can make an ABC correction. This is I'll get my private group update. Like we got a possibility of going back up to 1.41 to 1.27 on the upside, okay, which is just going to be like a 95.50 to like a 94. That's a possibility, but we gotta be able, since like we broke 9K, it's gonna be now very difficult to go back to make this pattern. Like I say, Elliott wave give you an opportunity to be both right and wrong. It is up to you to use your market experience to go with the most probable setup. But this is a probable setup. It's nothing wrong with this three-way move pullback. It's nothing wrong with it. It is valid, okay? If somebody is bullish, you got all the right in the world to be bullish with this setup, okay? So it can go back up there, all right? So, but you just wanna, you know, if you're bullish, you just want to use other indicators to make sure like a BTC can give you the three-way move pullback, right? And then before the final, you know, this one going to be very brutal after that, then, right? You get this move down. So that's a possible setup. Hey, what's up, Frank? Hey, Frank, I can give you any financial advice. If you're new to the market, just be cautious. If you're a beginner and then you know, you haven't been trading, just be cautious. Do not go all in and all that stuff and try to get rich quick. Okay, so alt season. So hey, what's up, Peter? What Peter inflation? Peter inflatable. Hey, what's up, Peter inflation? What alt you want to talk about? Let's start off with Ethereum. Let's start off with Ethereum before we talk about any alt. Ethereum BTC, I'll give you guys an analysis. Let's take a look at it on a 3-day chart. Look, compact it a little bit. So Ethereum BTC, we got a nice pullback, right? So we broke the resistance, actually support, right? But coming back down to retest it. So that was, this line was basically our support level for Ether BTC. As you can see, like it is coming back up to retest it. So let's see if Ether gonna be able to break this 0.0228 or 0.0229 level in order to stay bullish. But I don't see if this is going to be capitulating, this is going to be doing this move. Okay, it can be complex, you know, it can still do this, right? Give you a three-way move before doing it. So this area could be a sideways correction, right? At least for the short term for Ethereum, right? Unless, you know, for the macro picture, it does this before dropping. But as of now, you can see like we need to break this you know, the bigger trend line, at least for the short term, to stay more bearish, at least for the short term, right? So, but Ether is basically, at least for the short term, not looking so great versus BTC. Right? Still moving sideways. Yes, we usually get like a historical, basically weekend dump, especially a long weekend. XRP BTC is basically broke the trend line. As you know, like that's a setup I'm looking for XRP BTC. So if I'm looking for XRP to drop all the way down to like 1,000 sats, BTC has to make a move. Okay, BTC has to make a move. XRP can just all of a sudden turns bearish versus BTC when BTC is not making any moves, right? So BTC has to make a move, and then the move we're anticipating for BTC is like a down down pressure. So most likely XRP gonna be losing value versus BTC. When BTC is going like to 3K to 2K, XRP could be going down to below 10 cents, right? We called for that, 14 cents to 11 cents for XRP since last year, but most people did not believe XRP could retest 13 cents, right? So now, everybody's comfortable, at buying XRP at basically 3 cents or so on, right? So I don't see like a many alt popping up. I'm just seeing like some random alt like a nano the other day just pop out. Not out of nowhere. It was a setup I was looking for, but we're still below like 11,000. So it's not like it is breaking out. We're still below nano. That was our setup since like a February. We said like a nano, this level is a good buy area for nano. Buy on this trend line. That's the setup we've been looking for. Okay, so now we broke this level. So let's see if nano can make a bull flag. It's gonna be coming back down. Okay, so let's see if we're gonna get this move. That's the move you need to look for nano. I mean, if you're in profit, you take your profits. That's the best thing to do, right? That's the best thing to do. So let's go ahead and take a look at Ethereum USD. Ethereum USD kind of still making this flat correction, so could push back up. If Ethereum going to be pushing back up, it means like BTC going to be pushing back up. So let's see if Ethereum got any chance to push back up. We don't have basically a very strong evidence right now for Ethereum sell-off, but let's see if we break this level. It is holding very strong. Even though I'm bearish on Ethereum, it is holding very strong, especially on the weekly basis. The moving average we're paying attention to for Ethereum, it is one moving average. It is basically the 25 MA for Ethereum. So let's see if Ethereum can basically break this 25 MA. That's a target I gave you last time before the sell-off. I was like, if we dump, look for support at the 25 MA, which is just about like a 177 to 180. We need to break this basically 180 level. If we break it, I'm bearish, extremely bearish on Ethereum. But as of now, let's just see if Ethereum can basically catch up with BTC. But it is holding very strong as of now. Ethereum Classic. Ethereum Classic doing the same thing as Ethereum. Need to break this 25 MA. Still a very strong support even on Ethereum Classic. That's the same moving average. You just need to break it. If you can break above it, it could give us a nice pump to the upside. But as of now, BC is not looking great, so we could look for this move to be just a bear flag, and then we could be looking for this further drop to the downside. So yeah, Tether is just printing more money. So let's see if Tether can print 100 billion by that time. Definitely if Tether prints like 100 billion coins, right, that time we can expect like a BTC to go to $100,000, right? So let's see. All right, so that's what I'm saying. If BTC dumps like to 2 to 3K area, you just gotta buy. Even though I'm very bearish and we could see even like $1,000 BTC, don't worry about $1,000 BTC. Just buy the dip, okay, and then just send it to the ledger. Because if Tether going to be printing up to 100 billion, definitely Tether. I don't see Tether being number one, right? So if Tether is not number one, with 100 billion market cap, you gotta imagine like at least BTC going to be 1 trillion. So if you just take a look at it that way, so pay attention to that. Give you guys 1 second. 38,452. So let's go back to BTC, guys. I'm about to call it a day, guys. It's almost like 40 minutes of streaming. So make sure to join our basically public Telegram group, link in the description. So we're doing good, guys. We're doing great as a bear. All right, doing great. So let's do this. Oops. That's the setup. I was that's basically my setup for the downside. So that's the setup for the downside target you could be anticipating, at least for the short term. 38,454. Right. So we're still dropping, guys. 89.38. So I don't know if I want to close the live stream now. We're dumping. So let's see. Oops, it looks nasty, guys. Come on, bro. It's about to break it, guys. It's about to break it. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Whoop. That's a nice, beautiful candle, guys. But volume is not that incredible. That's Binance. So Doom Boy is about to take profit. Oops, 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 oops. 89.29. Walton, oh, 89.15. We just hit 89.12. So let's go back to my. Okay, Peter, we're gonna take a look at it because Doom Boy is doing a good job right now. So let's see. Let's take a look at NEM. NEM BTC. NEM is below 400 sats, capitulating. Let's take a look at it on the 3-day chart. I'm gonna take a look at NEM forever. So NEM is at support level, so I would just be cautious in this range, not to be shorting NEM, right? If you can short it, just it is a good buying opportunity, especially when BTC could be dumping. If NEM wants, it can basically pump to the upside, right, at support level. Okay, but just be cautious within this level. It is a support level, could give us a possible head and shoulder formation like this, and another retest before dropping. So it could take forever to drop to break this level. Hyperinflation. Hey, what's up? My analysis caused the market to drop. Man, I gave you the analysis before the drop. When I started the analysis, BTC was at 91 almost. so BTC needed to drop. So 90, I think we broke 9. Oh, we broke 89 already. So guys, if you want to join our basically private group, make sure to send me a message once you join our basically public Telegram group, and make sure to do so. So that's what I was showing you earlier, right? You can see like a 0.786, right? 0.786 just give us a support, because the moon boys, they be like, oh, we lost 0.618, right? So let's try to catch it at 0.786, but 0.786 is a very, very bearish moving average. I'm not moving average, but very bearish Fibonacci. All right, so you can see we just breaking it. So they're going to be waiting for 0.618, 0.786. Now we got 0.88. I don't usually use it, but now we just have to go down, guys. We just have to go down. If we break this level, we just have to go down to 1.27 to 1. 1.41, which is like 86-80 range, right? Hyperinflation 101. Hey guys, make sure to hit the likes if you enjoy the content. We just about like 89. Oh wait. Got almost 4% drop. When moon, Rex City is asking when moon. Let's take a look at the 15 minutes. On the 15 minutes time frame, we don't have any buying pressure, so still more selling pressure. As you can see, price is dipping with higher volume. So Bear is doing a very good job. We're still making lower lows. So and if we break this support line, it could be much nastier with this higher volume retesting the trend with a higher volume. That's not good at all. So let's see if before the end of the live stream we can retest 88 to 87 level. That's the support level we're looking for. Hey, what's up, Yunus? 81.34. Yeah, it can go down to 81. We got a big pull at 81, but it's not going to be a straight sell-off. So most likely we're going to get a very good support at 85. So yep, that's a 3-day chart also, guys. So it is something that you gotta keep in mind. This bearish candle, it is a 3-day chart. So, and it's not that big so far. So it means it has a long way to go. If you just bearish, you can just basically, especially if you short it at 93, it means you just have to sit tight for the next 2 days, because this candle gonna close in 2 days, right? So in order for this candle to turn bullish, it means like it has to get bought up all the way up, back up above 93. So that's not, that would be an incredible reversal. So I would just like be cautious and not to try to long it, at least for till this basically a two-day candle is 2-day candle close, like within the next 2 days. In 2 days and 8 hours it's gonna close. So I would just wait for confirmation on Tuesday or Wednesday. Right, very bearish BTC, not looking great at all, guys, not looking great at all. Weekly could be engulfing. It's about to close with an engulfing candle, so they're most likely going to try to close it below like 88. So let's see within the next 8 hours, the bear is going to be trying to close this and eliminate the previous bullish weekly candle. All right, that'll be extremely bearish setup. Hey, what's up, Kerwin Lou? Check the link in the description. The link is in the description, the link to our public Telegram group, guys. So I'm gonna send you guys a link also. That's a link to our public Telegram group. We got some great traders. So if you're looking for a setup and stuff like that, you can basically somewhere to discuss about your moon analysis and all that good stuff. I don't think I will be mega bullish anytime soon. Let's see. That's the first basically one of the most bearish weekly candle we've seen since basically 10-5 last time. So let's see if we can replicate the same move in terms of structure. At the same time, you know, I showed you guys on in terms of like moving averages. I showed you also like a BTC is basically doing the same exact move. You know, in terms of moving average, we basically closing below the 21 EMA. That's not good at all, guys. Can we pump back up? Yes, that's what I'm saying. Even if we get a support right there, we can still get this moved back up. So you just have to be very cautious. I don't think we're gonna break 8K. I don't think we're gonna break 8K. So if you're watching, I already said it. Volume is basically decreasing, and price can make a lower low right there, 8100 to 8K. That's gonna be actually short-term bearish, right? You're gonna get this flat, and a flat correction is a bullish setup. Okay, so flat correction is a bullish setup on an uptrend, and you're going to be looking for this move, right? So we're going to be bullish from this move up to like a 0.786, and we're just going to get out and look for a possible bearish setup after that. But most likely we're going to retest this this level at some point in the near future, right? Not right now, right? Unless we just dump right away, because the 100 EMA, it is just about 80 to 100, guys. That's the red line you're seeing right there. That's your 100 EMA on the daily. We already broke 21 EMA. So what do you expect? So use your 100 EMA as a support, and use your basically 21 EMA as a resistance again, right? So that was your support right there, 21 EMA, and now you can see like another support. We're about to break it, right? So that's going to be incredible, guys, once we retest the low 8K. Hey guys, make sure to hit the likes, man. That's a free live stream. Link USD. Link USD. Link. Okay, link is top formatting, right? That's a top formation, definitely. So wait for it to break this level. Okay, if we break this level, you could be looking for 1.618 to basically 1.618 to a 50% pullback of this move. It is going to be roughly around just about like a 233 to a $2 range. All right. So, but we got to be able to break the 21 EMA once again. It is top form. That's a top formation. Just got to break this level. So, and we could be looking for other than that. You could be, if you're bullish, that's the next level to be looking for, taking profits, right? And then you could be looking for the the same move. Your 1.618 going to be roughly around this area. Let's do it like this, right? Okay, your 50% to 1.618 going to be in this area. So. But either way you look at it, it is moving sideways, top formatting. So let's see. 88.63, guys. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoop. So we hit our target 88.50 on, you know, that's our private update, private group, you know, target. We hit 80, you know, 80. So guys, if you're in a private group, hopefully you guys been taking profit, you know, at least take profit at 88.50. If you close 50%, and you know, I already showed you in terms of like what we could be getting on the downside also. So you would at least take like a 50% and you know, stay tuned, right? So we hit like 88.50 now. We breaking it, so done deal. All right, done deal. Tesla. Tesla is too bullish. So let's see. So Tesla, we breaking all basically support level. I mean resistance level. So let's see if Tesla gonna be able to break this area. So that's the next area of resistance, which is just about like 900. Okay, 950 level. 950, just about like 910 to 950. If we can basically get like a good rejection area in this area, we could be looking for this move similarly to BTC. Okay, a retest of like a 300 range. All right, so it might be very capitulative, or it might be just a slow bleed. It might just be like this also. All right, so in terms of timing, I don't know how long it's going to take, but we got a nice support on the weekly 100 EMA, bounce off of it, pushing back up, got a slight resistance on the 21 EMA, right, but pump above it. So even if we dump down, you could be anticipating a support just about like a 600 to 650 range, right? But that's a, you know, level we need to break. If we break it, guys, this boy could be a moon boy, could be going like this. Okay, so but we got to be able to break it first, right? After that, it could be a very slow growth up to like a, you know, 1500 and so on. But first thing first, gotta be able to break this level, right? No, I don't see a short right now. I wouldn't be shorting it. I wouldn't be shorting it right now. We'd just wait for a better confirmation. This one was basically a better week to short it, but you can see like since this dump, we are basically pumping back up. So give it like couple, you know, I wouldn't be rushing to short it. Just give it a few more weeks, all right, or a few more days, and you could even get a triangle just like a BTC, right? So let's go back to BTC. We broke, now we pump it back about 88.8, 8900. So let's see if on the 15 minutes we don't have any buy pressure on the 15 minutes, even though we pump like up to 89 now. The candle is still red, right? The candle is still red. It has to go back and retest it. So maybe on the 5 minutes it's gonna show like a green. Yep, on the 5 minutes it's gonna show a green candle. So you just have to, if you're looking for a short day trading, 21 EMA, 100 EMA, that's your basically level of resistance. All right, guys, I'm just gonna call it a day. We basically hit our target 88.50. Market is looking to reverse, at least for the short term. If you're new to the content, make sure to hit the likes, make sure to basically subscribe, and basically join our premium group, you know, and basically looking forward to see you in our basically public Telegram group. All right, guys, thanks a lot for watching.